To Kazan. There are the champions, the defending champions, looking for a record 4th Champions League in a row. Standing in their way, well, the same team that was standing in their way in the World Club Championships a little earlier this year, Volleyball Lube, winners of this competition, but many, many moons ago. A lot of the players will still have been in short trousers when they won it in 2002. But a packed-out hall in Kazan awaits the final. Sursakoma Colusi Perugia, well, they're home and hosed. They have the bronze medal. They can put their feet up and watch this one. 2 medals are going back to Italy, but what colour will the second be? Cucine Lube CIVITANOVA against Zenit Kazan for the championship here. Well, it would be fitting for Kazan to win a record 4th consecutive Champions League in front of a home crowd. We had some of the Zaxa staff making their way into the seats. It wasn't to be for them. But if you believe in fate, then maybe it might be Lube's day. Last time they won the competition in 2002, Zaxa finished 4th. That is exactly what has happened here today. Cucine Lube CIVITANOVA against Zenit Kazan. The Champions League final will be underway in around about 7 minutes' time. Both of these teams incredibly impressive in their semi-final yesterday. Zenit Kazan blowing away Lube's Italian counterparts. In fact, Lube have spent a lot of this season in the shadow. But let's take a look at this Kazan squad, packed with pure quality. Wilfredo Leon wearing number 9, 6 aces he served yesterday, 19 points in total. Maxim Mikhailov dominated the middle exchanges, 18 points for him. 3 players in that squad looking for their first Champions League gold. Gutsaljek is chasing a record 5th. Will he have an impact today? Well, the crowd on their feet, the MC's doing an incredible job of revving them up. The Italians a little bit more composed. And their squad, many of them silver medalists earlier this season when they lost to Zenit Kazan in the World Finals. Svetan Sokolov, 20 points yesterday. Taylor Sander, the American, with 13. Juan Torreira with 17. A lot of the ball goes that way, but it was the captain, Dragan Stankovic, with a huge kill block in the middle that eventually won them the match. Interestingly, from a Zenit Kazan perspective, the last 3 finals in this competition have come against 3 different Italian teams. Trentino Diatec in 15-16. In 16-17 it was Perugia put to the sword. And today it's Volley Lube. In the 3 consecutive finals that they've won, they've only dropped 2 sets, Zenit Kazan. Absolutely imperious at domestic, European and now world level too. There's Maxim Mikhailov. 2 meters, 2 centimeters. Huge leap as well. Davide Candelaro getting a talking to there from Gianpaolo Mede. Artem Volvic. He's the tallest man on the court in this final. 2 meters 12, signed in 2016. And the Champions League with 2 clubs. Novosibirsk as well as, of course, Zenit Kazan. And the teams will now be presented to this expectant crowd. And what a rapturous applause they get as well. Volley Lube have already gone 1 better than they've gone the past 2 seasons. Consecutive bronze medals for them, they're guaranteed a silver, but boy would they love a gold. There's Enrico Chester, 30-year-old middle blocker.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2018
Wilfredo Leon.
Final 4.
multiple MVP in the Champions League.
Cucine Lube CIVITANOVA and team Zenit Kazan.
In fact, Leon is aiming for a 4th consecutive appearance in the Dream Team. The great and the good join us for this, the biggest game of all in European volleyball. And the teams meet across the net for the first time of many over the next couple of hours. We've already had one thrilling match today. Perugia coming from 1-0 and 2-1 behind to beat Zaxa 3-2. Will this one prove to be as epic? The Champions League final. Italy's Volley Lube taking on Russia's Zenit Kazan here at the Basket Hall Kazan. Matthew Anderson, the last off the court, the only American in the Kazan side. And this hall now awash with the sky blue and white of Kazan supporters' colours. This is an intimidating environment for Lube to step into. Lube, of course, aiming to end the season on a high. It's been disappointing on many levels. Lost in the final of the Championship, the Cup and the Super Cup to Perugia. They've already gone one better than them this weekend. Can they go two?
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce the international referees.
The referees for this one. Gero Todoros from Greece, the second referee in the semi-final yesterday. They've kept the pairings the same. Fabrice Calados from France. I think gave the announcer a little bit of a look then, as he was announced from Italy as opposed to France. These two, between them, over 30 years of international refereeing experience. Civitanova, the first to be introduced out onto the court. Yesterday they lined up Sokolov, Sander, Juantorena, Stankovic, Christensen, Chester and Grebenikov was the libero. Will we have any changes today? Well, it's Sokolov, Sander and Juantorena the first onto the court. Christensen there as well. And they're going with a safe hands-off Grebenikov. It's the best libero in last year's Champions League, and there we have it. Sokolov, Stankovic, Juantorena, Sander, Christensen, Chester, Grebenikov. The same 6 plus libero that got them here. There's the coach, Gianpaolo Medi. He's the Lube youth coach from 94 to 2001. Now, he's got them to their first Champions League final since 2002. Alexander Budko leading Zenit Kazan out. Yesterday they lined up Anderson, Volvic, Leon, Budko, Samoyenko, Verbov, Mikhailov. There's the coach, Alenko. Leon, Mikhailov, Samoyenko, Budko, Anderson, Volvic and Verbov. Again, the same starting 6 that got them here in such style. There is Vladimir Alenko, a decade in charge. He's overseen the revolution, and what a revolution it has been. Zenit Kazan, the champions. Volley Lube, the challengers. It's packed to the rafters here in Kazan. Maxim Mikhailov. Matthew Anderson to get us underway. Yesterday in his post-match interview, he said it was serving that made the difference. And he's looking to get Kazan off the mark, which he fails to do. After all that, it's a service error that opens the scoring. There's Zhenyo Grebenikov. So Mika Christiansen the Hawaiian setter. Oh, Mikhailov off the block, opens his account. And every point's going to be greeted with this deafening noise inside the basket hall. Kazan, Verbov with his first touch there. And Mikhailov straight through Juan Torreira. Alexei Samoyenko looking for his first Champions League goal. Already has a World Club Championship one apiece. Christensen. Oh, lovely set and a finish from Stankovic. Short set to the Serbian middle blocker. Look at that, great soft hands. Volvic went up, but no chance when the ball's moved at that speed. Juan Torreira, second top scorer for Lube yesterday. Oh, hammers that one into Leon. Through the middle and off the block. Anderson. Here is Mikhailov. 21 winners' medals since joining Zenit in 2010. Christensen set straight in front, and that's finished in style by Taylor Sander. USA teammates either side of the net. Taylor Sander for Lube, Matthew Anderson for Kazan. Here is the captain, Stankovic. Oh, one-handed set. Volvic finishes. Oh, the quality's coming already from Zenit Kazan. What a touch from Butsko. Wilfredo Leon. 6 aces yesterday, including 3 in a row in the first set. Oh, and listen to the crowd chant his name. Here he goes, first set to the final for him. First serve, should I say. Grubenikov deals with it. Is there a touch on that? No, says the referee. Well, yes, say Lube. They're going to challenge this one. But if there was, it'll be the faintest one off the pinky finger of Matthew Anderson. Tight start here. Asking for a block touch. There it is, off the attacking hand. Keep your eye on that pinky finger. That belongs to Matthew Anderson. Well, they've spotted a touch. No, in fact, it was the ring finger. Well worth the challenge from Lube, the smallest of touches. And the referee's decision is reversed. Svetan Sokolov, 20 points yesterday. Finds Verbov. Oh, they can't quite keep it alive, Lube. Chester went up with the block and we're all square again. Butsko going flat. Wasn't the cleanest of hits by Volvic at all. And here is Arsen Volvic. Floats that one long. Look at that reaction from Grubenikov as well. Civitanova 5, Kazan 4. Here's Taylor Sander, the American, diving from Verbov. Anderson can't finish it. There's Grubenikov. Oh, it's a monster! 3 Zenit blockers go up. Anderson's claiming it. Butsko to serve, 5-all. Electric start to this gold medal match. Grubenikov. Oh, too hot for the libero. It's Juan Torreina making his presence felt, 6-5. Enrico Chester. Mikhailov. That one shoveled wide, and we're level again. Six. Matthew Anderson. Christensen with the set. Swing off the block, and Sokolov puts Civitanova back in front. Mika Christensen to serve. Straight on Verbov. Butsko with the set. Oh, a massive block! It's the captain, Stankovic. Dragan Stankovic rises high at the net and brings us to the first technical timeout. The hosts trail Volley Lube. Cucine Lube CIVITANOVA 8, Zenit Kazan 6.
Волейбольному клубу «Зенит» исполняется.
Первое, вот такие мячи. Давайте рискнем. Как два блока минус. Уходим в аут. Вы уходите в аут. Если он сильно забьет в поле.
Наилучшим порядком будет это наше прекрасное поление. Давайте прямо сейчас. Ну что же, 3, 4, па!
Civitanova will be absolutely delighted with the way they've settled into this final. Playing error-free volleyball at the moment. Zenit Kazan trailing after the first technical timeout. Of course, playing at home comes with its own pressures, but they face pretty much every pressure thus far in the game. Christensen to serve. His team 8-6 to the good. Leon receives. Butsko. Leon. 9-6.
Video change of team Zenit Kazan.
Well, Zenit Kazan are going to challenge this. They've already been on the wrong end of one challenge decision.
Может быть, в день рождения все-таки телевизор сейчас будет на нашей стороне. Как думаешь, Сережа? Пора бы уже сделать подарок. Хотя, с другой стороны, нам подарки не нужны. Мы возьмем все свое, потому что мы настроены только на победу.
There's always a kind of a pregnant pause, really. There was a challenge. They said the ball's out. It's clearly dropped in there. So 2 challenges, 2 successful challenges. Saying there's always a pregnant pause because the teams, the spectators, they can't see the big screen. The only people that can are the officials. So everyone just has to wait. Kazan closed the gap. Samoylenko. Ace service. They served 10 aces yesterday, Zenit Kazan. Serves like that, they're going to get them back into this one. Error from Taylor Sander, and we're all square here in the final. Eight-all, float serve, Christensen. Oh, nicely done. Stankovic again. Didn't even get a full swing at that one, such was the accuracy. Straight over Volvic, 9-8 Lube. Osmani Contorena. Oh, massive serve that Leon manages to get something on. He'll have a swing at this too. Off the block and with level again. Wilfredo Leon, a massive favourite with these home spectators. Youngest ever captain of the Cuban national team. Here's Maxim Mikhailov. Pops that one on Mantarena. Grebenikov. Sokolov off the block. Leon. It's blocked again. Mikhailov puts it back into the danger zone. Leon. Oh, he's blocked again. Stankovic is on fire. Oh, the Serbian having a huge impact at the net. There's an apology from Leon. Two massive kill blocks from the Serbian. Butsko reverses this time. And Mikhailov levels things up at 10-10. Mika Christiansen moving his right hand away in a vague attempt to hope it drops wide. Oh, it's tight. Here's Leon serving for the second time in the first set. Oh, it's saved by Sander. Oh, and they've won the point. Civitanova playing some great volleyball at the moment. Look at Sander having the dive forward. Butsko wearing that one as much as anything. Svetan Sokolov. Butsko. Mikhailov with a tip. Kept up by Christiansen. And here comes the rally. Butsko sets to Leon. Backcourt pipe. Mantarena having to try his hand at setter there. Volvic, all 2 meters 12 of him. Christiansen, oh, short set. It's the tempo that's doing it for them at the moment. Enrico Chester, ball had hit the ground before Zenit Kazan blockers had even got themselves into place. Here's Taylor Sander from Huntington Beach, California, dumps that one into the net. And this point trading continues. Lube led 8-6 at the first technical timeout, remember. So Kazan have chipped away at that lead, but haven't really been able to get themselves into the lead outright. Here's Alexander Butko looking to amend that. Oh, it's too hot for the libero. An overpass and the initiative back with the hosts. Oh, there's the reverse, well kept up. Sokolov. Kazan into the lead. Wilfredo Leon saying he didn't touch it. Volley Lube think he did, so we're going to have a third challenge. Well, is there a movement on the finger of Matthew Anderson? He was the guilty party last time. There looked to be a little shake of that left hand. Volley Lube could be 2 from 2 on the challengers front here. Is there a block touch? Let's take a look. Well, very obviously it is the pinky this time. Well, to be spotting these, Volley Lube must be seeing things in slow motion. 3 challenges and all 3 decisions have been overturned in this first set. Butsko. They go with the short set this time and Samoyenko finishes. Here is Anderson. 13-13. Off the net tape. There's the reverse set. Wide from Sokolov. Kazan back into the lead, 14-13.
Ну а сейчас, наверное, пришло время всем вместе попросить эйс.
Anderson. Plenty of swing on that. Krebenikov. Reverse set to Sokolov. Leon. Swats that one long. Not really settled into this one so far, Wilfredo Leon. Wasn't the most orthodox of sets from Mikhailov. Still gave him the opportunity to swing. This is usually one that he takes advantage of. Civitanova serving through Christiansen. Service wide, Kazan back into the lead. Potentially 1 point away from the second technical timeout. Samoyenko. Christiansen. Kept up by Samoyenko. There's the set from Butsko to Leon. Into space, and Kazan take the lead into the second technical timeout. That is a 4-point turnaround in that second phase. Leon makes no mistake this time. And Zenit Kazan lead Volley Lube CIVITANOVA by 16 points to 14.
Аплодисменты нашей группе поддержки! Ну и давайте вооружимся трещотками прямо сейчас!
We enter the second technical timeout. Второй технический тайм-аут завершен.
Zenit Kazan 10-6 better off than Lube in that second period of play. Pretty ominous for the visitors. Samoyenko. Christiansen. Oh, short set again to Stankovic. Big players turn up in big games, and so far Dragan Stankovic is having his say here. Juan Torena. Oh, there's an overpass, and Stankovic pounces. Back-to-back points for the skipper. It's 16-16.
Дамы и господа, предлагаем вспомнить, как надо свистеть.
Stankovic. Oh, he asks a lot of questions of the libero once more. Leon loses the battle at the net to Sokolov. 3 points in a row for the Italians.
Сбиваем соперника с толка, трибуны пошумим!
Svetan Sokolov overpowering Wilfredo Leon. This one, Torena. Again, a hot service into Verbov. Oh, and the block comes in, but it drops wide. Mikhailov getting the better of Stankovic on this occasion. 17-17. This one has ebbed and flowed beautifully. Neither team been able to take a stranglehold of it. Christiansen. Kvantorena gets half blocked. Mikhailov puts Kazan back into the lead. Straight through Taylor Sander. Every point celebrated like that from Maxim Mikhailov. Must be exhausting. Big number 18 goes back to serve. Krebenikov finds Christiansen. Oh, the block comes in from Kazan this time. Big Artem Volvic makes it 19-17. Taylor Sander puffs out the cheeks.
Team Cucine Lube takes timeout. 17-19 timeout команду Cucine.
Giant right paw from Artem Volvic puts Kazan 2 points into the lead, and Volley Lube call for a timeout. Zenit 19, Lube 17.
Anche quando I centrali sono in ritardo, pollice 2-18,
Мекером комбат. Испытай новые эмоции. Испытай себя.
Все вместе в такт музыки!
Maxim Mikhailov out of the timeout, back to the action. 19-17. Christiansen with the set. Oh, chipped into space. Lovely shot from Taylor Sander. Alexei Verbov, a little bit flat-footed there. Has to watch it drop. 18-19.
Substitution by Team Cucine Lube. Number 7, Dragan Stankovic.
Zhikuski
out.
coming in for
Number
Dragan
3,
Stankovic.
Timothy Zhikuski in.
It's his first season with the team. Timofey Zhikuski played in the Final Four before when he was in Berlin colours. Brought on as a specialist server here. And that one's in. Here's Leon. Gets blocked back down. This time it's Sokolov. And that's twice in the set. He's been put down with authority. Sokolov looked comfortable there, watched it all the way down. And it's 19-19. Zhikuski clips the net and Verbov passes to Leon again. Gets off the block this time. Very, very rarely will you get two in a row against Wilfredo Leon. Chester who went up. Good hands on the bench.
Return substitution by Team Cucine Lube.
Stankovic comes back in for Zhikuski.
Dragan Stankovic, номер 7.
Here's Wilfredo Leon, and the crowd go up a few more decibels again. Can he add to his 6 aces from yesterday? Well, as good as. Because Artem Volvic has finished that one after the ball was returned at the first time of asking.
Team Cucine Lube takes timeout. 19-21 timeout команды Cucine Lube.
And as Kazan close in on the first set, Lube call the timeout. Osmani Kvantorena, before that point started, didn't look particularly comfortable. Here's Wilfredo Leon into the net. And CIVITANOVA up to 20. This every bit as dramatic as we'd all hope a final would be.
Number 3, Taylor Sanders out. Number 9,
Jirikova coming in for Taylor Sander. Svetan Sokolov to serve. Volleyball. Anderson off the block. Get another go at this. They do go to Anderson. Finds Grebenikov. Oh, half a block and we're level again. CIVITANOVA are not going away here against Zenit Kazan. Lube 2 points up at the first technical timeout. Zenit 2 points up at the second. The gaps have never been any tighter than that throughout this opening exchange. And this time Zenit Kazan call the timeout. 21-21.
Это сейчас волейбольный что-то. Если это волейбольные ошибки, они нормально. Наверху.
Федерация этой компании. И так круто болеет.
Well, the crowd really getting into things here. The Italians a little bit more pensive. However, they were Perugia fans that we just saw. They've already got the bronze medal. They're just sticking around for this festival of volleyball. Svetan Sokolov, can he put Lube back into the lead? Here goes the Bulgarian. And it's an ace service. What a time to produce the goods. 22-21. Smoking hot right-hander in between Volleyball and Leon. Here goes Sokolov again. Into the net this time. Adrenaline running through his veins, not quite delivering on this occasion. 22-22. We've already had a couple of epic sets today in the Perugia Zaksa game. The second set was 29-27.
Number 4, Artem Volevich out. Number 7, Maxim Pantelimon in.
Pantelimonen coming in for Volvic. He's a specialist server. It's his second stint at Kazan. Oh, and he's put that one straight into the net. 23-22. CIVITANOVA can sense something special here. Volleyball receives. Is there a touch on that? Yes, Mikhailov's just got it. It was the faintest of touches. But as soon as his feet touched the ground, he was appealing for it. Watch him here. Straight up at the first referee, and it's 23-23. We're into serious pressure time here in the first set. Alexander Butsko, the captain, the setter. Christensen. Oh, Juan Torreira, it's kept alive by Volleyball. Leon swings, and it's blocked down. That's the third time he's been shoved straight back. Enrico Chester brings CIVITANOVA to set point. Well, he had to play the shot, but there was a big black wall in the way. And CIVITANOVA on the brink of taking the first set. Up goes the serve. Butsko off the block there from Mikhailov. First set point saved. 24-24. What a game we have here. Anderson with the service. Sander receives. Up goes Juan Torreira. Again, Volleyball is the man on the end of it. Leon over the block this time. And wide. It's set point again to CIVITANOVA. It's their second set point. Well, there's going to be a challenge. We've had 3 successful challenges so far. Zenit Kazan appealing for a block touch. The ball has undoubtedly gone wide. Lube feel it has gone wide off Wilfredo Leon's hand. He thinks there's been a touch. And we've had a good look at it, and there's no touch. So a smile from Alexei Verbov. Well, that'll be wiped off his face because there's some work to do here for the hosts. It's a second set point for Civitanova. Mika Christiansen serves for the set. Serves long. Second set point disappears, 25-25. Alexei Samoyenko. Up goes a set from Christiansen. It's overpassed. Volvic takes advantage. Never really a contest at the net. Christiansen 198. Volvic 212. Just too much on the pass, and the slightest mistake is punished. Now, 2 set points have disappeared for Lube. This is Zenit Kazan's first. How clinical can the defending champions be? 26-25. Well, now the challenge is coming in from Lube, and listen to the crowd. Is there a net touch? Well, it really does seem like they're clutching at straws. Have a look on the way back up. Nowhere near. Well, they still have the challenge. It's the end of the set. They may as well go for it. Alexei Samoyenko serving for the set. Christiansen. Stankovic keeps them in it. That's 1 set point rescued for Lube. Stankovic having a great game thus far. Osmani Juan Torreira, 26-26. The epic continues. Butsko, short set to Volvic. 2 points in the last 3 for the big middle. Stankovic and Volvic getting involved in a real battle in the middle of the net. Set point Kazan, their second set point. Mikhailov to serve for it. Krebenikov keeps it up. Christiansen. Off the block, that's another set point saved. Both teams have saved 2 set points now. Taylor Sander off the fingers of Butsko. 27-27. Here's Stankovic. Pushes that one into the middle of the court. Butsko off the block, it's another set point. Wilfredo Leon at the service line, 28-27. And it's an ace service, of course it is. Wilfredo Leon wins the first set for Zenit Kazan, 29-27. It's an epic, but most importantly for the hosts, they've got over the line and they lead by 1 set to 0. Well, what a breathless start. 29-27, Zenit Kazan lead 1 set to 0. Well, a couple of minutes to get your breath back, and we'll be back with the second set very shortly.
Tú sabes que yo tengo lo que no tienen otras. Cuando muevo mi cuerpo, el tuyo se alborota. Las mujeres sabemos lo que nos toca. Si quieres todo eso, que nos ponga la roca.
Ну и давайте с вами. Как болеют в Казани, как любят волейбол в России. Браво, трибуны! Аплодируем друг другу! Болельщиками Эльмира, супругой Миляша. И прямо сейчас вопрос. Миляша, что надо сделать, чтобы стать болельщиком? Желание. Желание болеть, желание поддерживать. Правильно, правильно. Эльмир, скажи, пожалуйста, а есть какие-нибудь правила? Как стать болельщиком?
Statistics from the first set. 2 aces for Kazan, 1 for Civitanova. The one that separated the teams, coming with the very last play of an epic first set. Wilfredo Leon not had it all his own way in the first set. He's been stuff blocked 3 times, but so dangerous from the service line. And it would be a fool to write him off for the remainder of this final. There's Dragan Stankovic. He's had some huge plays. Matthew Anderson has been steady, if not spectacular. The American #1. Now, how do Lube react, having missed out on that opening set? Volley Lube will serve to the left-hand side of your screen in this second set, trailing 1-0. Butsko, Mikhailov. Sander has enough time to clap his hands. There was so much loft on that. Juan Torreina through the block. And as they were in the first set, Civitanova off the mark.
Ничего страшного. Мы сейчас создадим такой шум, что соперник испугается. Пошумим.
Enrico Chester. There's Butsko off Leon's pass. Anderson can't find a way through. Juan Torreina reaching a little bit too far for that one. 1 each.
Сейчас на подаче Мэтью Андерсон.
Matthew Anderson to serve. Taylor Sander. Wonderful pass from him. And off the block as well. When it clicks for Lube, it's impressive stuff. Sokolov taking on Leon and coming off on the winning side on this occasion. Micah Christiansen, 2-1 Civitanova. There's Leon, Butsko. Short set block this time. Reverse set to Juan Torreina, kept up by Anderson. Leon swings from deep into the net. Another error from Wilfredo Leon. such is his reluctance to give away a free ball. Swinging from downtown into the net this time. Christensen. Speaking of into the net, 3-2.
На подаче Алексей Самойленко.
Samoyenko, one of only 3 without a Champions League gold in Zenit colours.
Команда ждет от нас поддержки в защите. Давайте шумовую поддержку, давление на соперника.
Swan to serve. Straight to Leon. Budsko, reverse set to Mikhailov. Couple of nervy moments for Mikhailov there as the black wall went up. Only just dropped wide. Again, it was Stankovic who got hands on it. And in fact, Lube are going to challenge this. The question is, did the ball drop in or out? Gianpaolo Mede, as cool as a cucumber. God, look how tight that is. It's in. There's a fraction of the ball on the line. So Mikhailov gets blocked. Stankovic gets another one for the stats book. Well, the tiniest of margins. But at the top level, the tiniest of margins make the largest of differences. Juan Torreira serving again. Budsko, Leon. (5-3). Mikhailov. Grebenikov launches that one. Taylor Sander. And again, both teams claiming this one. Kazan saying no touch. Is there a suggestion of something there? Off the hands of Volvic. Mikhailov. And CIVITANOVA keeping their noses in front here. Dragan Stankovic. Budsko to Leon. Wins the point. Touch off the block. Stankovic got a hand to it, but that's just about all he could do. All the pace was taken off it by Svetan Sokolov. And a shake of the head from Wilfredo Leon as he goes back to the service line. The crowd chant his name and he serves it into the net. CIVITANOVA 7-5 to the good. He led at the first technical timeout of the first set, 8-6. Here's Sokolov. Budsko. Here's Leon from backcourt. And that one's just about in. Lube appealing for that to have missed wide. But better from Wilfredo Leon. 7-6. Volvic. Off the block from Sokolov. So at the first technical timeout of the second set, the score is exactly as it was at this stage in the first. Volleyball Lube CIVITANOVA leading Zenit Kazan by 8 points to 6.
Все, поднимаем наши модули над головой, сейчас сделаем очень красиво. Итак, под музыку начинаем влево, повторяем за Сергеем. 3, 2, поехали!
Più alto per i palloni toccati, quello che è arrivato alla sinistra di Gaghi, quelle posizioni lì. Se fa un attacco diverso non cambiamo nulla, concentrati in questa situazione qua.
А теперь вот так. Вверх-вниз, вверх-вниз, вверх-вниз. Красота-то какая! Спасибо вам, лучшие болельщики!
This is the third technical timeout. Первый технический тайм-аут закончен.
CIVITANOVA 8, Kazan 6. Taylor Sander goes to the service line for the visitors. Good response from them after dropping that first set. Leon with the pass. Butko goes searching for it. Swing from Anderson. That one's long too, so a 3-point lead here for the Italians.
Лайф из лайф, конечно, понятное дело, но мы можем повлиять на соперника. Поддали под души немного, дайте шуму трибуны.
Here's Sander once more. Californian finds Verbov. There's the reverse set to Mikhailov, chips that into space, and Grebenikov keeps it alive. Oh, lovely work from the number 18 as well. What a rally this is turning into. Great defense from both sides. Juan Torreina to finish it. It's kept up by Verbov. Mikhailov off the block and finally puts it to sleep. Well, what a wonderful rally. Top class defense. Grebenikov there showing some of his best. And who else but Mikhailov to finish the point? Butsko to serve. Zenit Kazan trailing by 2. And a mistake on the reception, but with one foot on the hoardings, it's eventually kept in play by the Italians. Oh, and Leon coming in off the back of the block there. Off the block by Anderson. Zenit Kazan getting the better of these rally exchanges. 3-point gap, now a 1-point gap. Great mistake there from Grebenikov. Leon on hand there. After Mikhailov was blocked. (8-9). Grebenikov on his backside again. Juan Torreina gets blocked, but wins the point.
Кто хотел, чтобы подавал только Зенит, давайте пошумим, устроим это. Дружно все как один.
Chester. Leon into Butsko. And Mikhailov has to scoop that one, and Juan Torreina just returns it high. Verbov's underneath it. Butsko. Leon from backcourt, blocked again. Where's that one dropped? Oh, just out from CIVITANOVA. Kazan back to within 1. Wilfredo Leon gets the pundits, the plaudits, should I say. But it's far from clean.
На подаче Мэтью Андерсон.
Anderson to level things. There's Grebenikov on the reception. Reverse set.
Вводить соперника в ступор — наше любимое занятие.
Vladimir Alenko really having a rev Zenit Kazan up here. Anderson goes back to serve. 10-10. Kudebenikov once more. Oh, the block coming in this time from Kazan. It was a good contact, but it dropped wide. Lube back into the lead. Mikhailov got a good hand to that, you know. Michael Christensen. Into the net.
It's your point,
Well, just as the first set, the teams exchanging points in this middle section. (11-11). Went this way all the way up into the 20s eventually. 29-27 in favor of the hosts. Kudebenikov. Oh, the block coming in this time. It's Wilfredo Leon. Well, he's been on the end of a few of those, but this time one goes his way. Juan Torreina looking to scoop that one past the Zenit number 9, but no way through. 12-11. Samoyenko. Oh, Juan Torreina wins the point this time. Great faith from the setter to go back to him the first point after being blocked. And he repays that faith. Juan Torreina. Into the net. Kazan back into the lead. Oh boy, is it tight. 13-12. It was 8-6 to Lube at the first technical timeout. A few Zaxa supporters there wondering what could have been. They go back to Poland empty-handed. Here's Mikhailov. Into the net. Well, exchanging errors, and we're back level. Civitanova 13, Zenit Kazan 13. Stankovic. Leon into Butsko. Reverse set to Mikhailov. Straight down the line. 14-13. Here's Leon. Oh, just long from Wilfredo Leon. Remember, it was his ace that claimed the first set for Zenit Kazan. Well, here's the challenge. Leon thinks he's got the ace service. His second ace of the match. Well, out by some considerable distance. Good decision. Line judges doing their jobs here at Basket Hall Kazan. Svetan Sokolov will get us back underway. Wilfredo Leon waits. An integral part of the pass reception team. Here's the number 9, and in fact he gets the pass on that one. It's an overpass from a hot service. And the rally starts all over again. Set from the libero. Chance to kill it. Oh, it's tipped into space, kept alive. Oh, and hit long eventually. Taylor Sander. But Civitanova get the point. Look at this from Sander. Svetan Sokolov. Passes it high again and into the net. 15-15.
Это работает, когда мы вместе с вами. Артем Вольвич на подаче.
Volvic. Wow, Enrico Chester smokes that one. And that takes us to the second technical timeout. Civitanova lead at the second technical timeout for the first time in the match. But it's just by 1 point. It's as close as it could be at this stage. Civitanova 16, Kazan 15.
Шестая зона, соколов. Окей? Пока с ним так работаем. Четвертая зона справляется. Молодцы, давай.
Группа поддержки финала 4 под ваши аплодисменты. Красавец. Спасибо.
Going to the second technical timeout. Второй технический тайм-аут завершен.
Странные цифры на табло. Будем это дело менять с помощью каждого гола.
Cucine Lube CIVITANOVA 16, Zenit Kazan 15 coming out of the second technical timeout. Taylor Sander gets us back underway. Budsko goes looking for Anderson. A 1 point gap becomes a 2 point gap. The Italian 17-15 to the good.
Team Zenit takes timeout. 15
Straight after the technical timeout, Zenit Kazan call a timeout in its own right.
Вы знаете, друзья, сегодня у одной девочки день рождения. Конечно, ей потом расскажут, как ее поздравили 7000 человек, потому что ей всего один год.
Так, остальное все за счет страховки. Специально сейчас валят подачу на минус. Санек, отойди от сетки.
Wilfredo Leon not having it all his own way. It's his daughter's first birthday today in another Champions League. Would be a wonderful way to celebrate. Service into the net. 16-17.
На подаче наш капитан Александр Будько.
Alexander Budsko. There goes Sander to reinstate that 2 point advantage.
Сергей, у меня вот такой вопрос. Ты умеешь свистеть? Я громче всех свистю. Тогда свистим.
Hits that one through his compatriot Matthew Anderson. Chester with the service, overpass from Leon. And a net touch spotted, so Civitanova back into the lead. Second referee hot on that one. (18-17). Chester to serve once more. Budsko. Samoyenko doing the damage this time. Swatting that one straight at Sokolov. Matthew Anderson. Zenit 2 points behind. Grebennikov doing well to keep that one back into play. Reverse set off the block, and Civitanova 3 points ahead once more. Well, you feel as though this is as good a chance as they're going to get. Three-point advantage is a very, very handy one at this stage of the set. Christensen. Oh, and he drops an ace on Wilfredo Leon. 21-17. This is uncharted territory for Zenit Kazan. Here goes Christensen again. Leon, Budsko, back to Leon. Swats that one down the line. Eighteen 21. Alexei Samoyenko. Off the net, and Grebennikov with the pass. Sokolov, unstoppable, 22-18.
Substitution by team Cucine Lube. Number 3 Taylor center out. Number 9 Yuri Kovar in. Замена в команде Cucine
Yuri Kovar coming back in. Juan to serve. Into Budsko. Juan keeps it up. Christensen with the set. Straight to Yuri Kovar. That's his first impact on this set. On the court for 1 point, winning 1 point.
Team Zenit takes timeout. 18-23.
Zenit Kazan calling for the timeout. They're in a little bit of trouble here in the second set. Civitanova 18, Civitanova 23, Zenit Kazan 18. Osmani, Juan Torena. Serving to try and bring his team to set point. Budsko, reverse set to Mikhailov. Leon's there off the block. He's going to get to swing at this one. He gets blocked down. Stankovic again. He's got Wilfredo Leon's number, and it is set point Civitanova. (24-18), 6 set points for the Italians. Juan Torena serves. Leon to Budsko. Leon again. Oh, and it's another block! 2 in a row. Sokolov and Stankovic. An impenetrable black wall. And Volley Lube Civitanova have leveled this championship final. Not only that, they've done it in style, 25-18, and it is 1 set apiece in the Champions League final.
Здесь видно так мощно.
Team Zenit takes timeout. 18-20.
А, друзья, браво! Танцевальная группа.
Cucine Lube CIVITANOVA have come alive here in Kazan. And Zenit, after powering home in that first set, have been entirely outclassed in the second, 25-18. Last time these two teams met, it was a 3-0 whitewash to the Russians. No such thing on this occasion. Will CIVITANOVA spoil the party and take home their first Champions League since 2002? They've got back-to-back bronze medals in this competition. Zenit Kazan looking for a record-breaking 4 in a row. 3 in a row already, a record they hold jointly with Trentino Diatec. There's Enrico Chester. He's had some huge plays. Samoyenko, Alexander Butsko, the captain. Will get us underway in the third set. One apiece. Christiansen, reverse set. And for the third set in a row, CIVITANOVA win the first point. Sokolov, the man who claims it. Here is Christiansen. Well, Anderson desperately claiming a touch there. Not spotted by the referee. Let's take another look at this replay. Seemed to go through pretty clean, but they're going to challenge it. And Gianpaolo Medi must be absolutely delighted with the way his team performed in that second set. Even the first, 29-27. You don't get to that kind of scoreline without some good volleyball being played by both sides. The bronze medal match was one for the ages. Will the gold medal match be the same? There's Anderson, the man claiming the ball was touched. Taking a little bit more time over this one. Vladimir Olenko waits stock still. Gianpaolo Medi, a few more ants in his pants. Is there a touch on this one? Difficult to tell from that angle, but a decision's been made. And the referee there balancing a fantastic skill of being able to talk with his whistle in his mouth. Alas, the decision's been reversed and it goes to Zenit Kazan. Or does it? Well, the referee looked towards Zenit Kazan and pointed his hand in that direction. And now no one seems to know what's going on. But the big scoreboard reads Lube 2, Zenit 0. It's a huge graphic up on the screen that says block touch, no. But the referee almost definitely pointed towards Zenit Kazan there. Well, controversy in the opening exchanges of this third set, but the ball still with Michael Christiansen, and Volley Lube 2-0 to the good. Mikhailov. Oh, kept up well, it's overpassed. But Civitanova still in this rally, and they end it. Stankovic, again, that flat set right in his groove. That all came from the great defensive work earlier in the rally, though. Christiansen serves that one out. Wilfredo Leon ducks out of the way. And Zenit Kazan off the mark. Here's Anderson, serving for the first time in this set, serving into the net for the first time in this set. Micah Christiansen was waiting for it. Could the occasion be getting to Zenit Kazan here? Uncharacteristic mistakes, and they're 3 points behind in the third set, having conceded the second, 25-18. There's Verbov with the pass. Juan Torreira finds Sander. Anderson into Butsko. Mikhailov blocked, and Verbov in behind him. Here's Leon. Off the block again. Well, they lose the point, but Lube working so hard in defense. There are no lost causes for the Italians, and they lead 4-2. Here's Samoyenko. Christiansen with the set. Taylor Sander. Stankovic, service error from him. Foot just breaching the line before the ball's left his hand. 3-5 now. There you go. Just planted the foot over the baseline. And Mikhailov. Shots pulled up almost to his chest to serve this ball. Grebenikov. Christiansen. There's Sander. Clever shot from Taylor Sander. And Civitanova thriving here at Basket Hall Kazan. Last time it was the Russians silencing the Italian crowds in Rome. Can the Italians do the same here in Kazan? And Sokolov with the service. Leon reaches forward and receives the set straight at Grebenikov. Sander goes up. Well, he hits that straight into the aerial. There's a real wobble on that aerial, but does it come off the hit or the block? There's Grebenikov keeping it alive. Let's take a look at this now. Yeah, straight in. Straight into the aerial there from Sander. But they're challenging it. Well, it all happened very quickly. At full speed, it looked as though Sander ploughed that into the aerial via the hand of a Kazani blocker. Or should I say just before the hand of a Kazani blocker. But they get the chance to slow this right down. So what came first, the aerial or the block? Gianpaolo Medi knows which one he thinks came first. Again, Alenko stock still. Hard man to get a read on, Vladimir Alenko. Here's the antenna touch. Yes, confirmation. Here's the antenna and then the arm. It's a split-second decision, though, perhaps worth the challenge from Sander. But this time it does go the home team's way.
осталось право на один видеопросмотр в партии.
На подаче Wilfredo Leon.
Lube 6, Kazan 4. Wilfredo Leon. Hammers the big right hand at that. Sends Taylor Sander backwards. Sander's going to have a swing off the pass. Verbov. Mikhailov. Oh, sent straight back down. A massive block on Mikhailov. These things were not happening yesterday. Micah Christiansen. Oh, if you can have a setter who blocks like that, what a difference it can make. 7-4. There's Leon with the pass. Anderson off the block and the point goes Kazan's way. Christiansen goes up well again. 1.98 is the setter. More than fills a gap in that block line. Finished with authority by Enrico Chester, and 3 sets in. It is the 3rd time that Civitanova have led at the first technical timeout, and this time it's by the biggest margin. Lube Civitanova 8, Zenit Kazan 5.
Пожалуйста, положите все модули на коленочки. И когда пойдет волна, вместе с модулем встаем. Все готовы? Сейчас мы начнем с этого сектора. Второй ярус, вы готовы? Модули на колени. 3, 2, 1. Волна! Еще. Побежали. Красота! Давай, Казань! Не зря же ты спортивная столица!
The technical timeout. Первый технический тайм-аут завершен.
Спасибо вам за единодушие! И мгновенный переход.
Alexander Gutsalyuk comes in. It's his second stint with Kazan. He's won 5 of the last 6 Champions Leagues, relying on his experience to make a difference here. That's a good start. Mikhailov back on the scoreboard. 8-6. Woodsko. There's Christiansen with the set again. Stankovic. Unstoppable on those flat sets.
Подозрительная тишина в зале, вам не кажется? Нарушит тишину!
Micah Christiansen. 9-6. Leon finds Budsko. Oh, another massive block! Sokolov and Stankovic. What a wall they form. Mikhailov goes up and Stankovic sends him back down. What a final the number 7's having. 10-6. Anderson. Mikhailov again. Oh, blocked again, but this time wins the point. Tell you what, he's a brave man going straight down the pipe of Sokolov and Stankovic after that last block. But closer to the net this time. He's able to come out on top. (7-10). Matthew Anderson. Into the net.
болельщиков зрелищной игрой. Поможем команде в защите.
Svetan Sokolov waits at the net for this Osmani Juan Torreira serve. Mikhailov really having a scrap for his points today. 18 points yesterday at 62%. Wilfredo Leon was also at 62% yesterday. Neither will be anywhere near that today. 8-11. Christensen short to Stankovic. Oh, you could have a highlights reel of these shots just from this match alone. So quick, so fluid from CIVITANOVA. And they lead 12-8. Leon this time, off the block.
Wilfredo Leon.
Chester and Sokolov went up. But Leon wins the point. Here's Mikhailov. Into the net again. Mistake after mistake for Zenit Kazan. And unless they tighten things up, this third set could be out of sight. CIVITANOVA 13, Zenit Kazan 9. Svetan Sokolov.
Thank you, Lube. Out. На подаче Wilfredo Leon.
Here goes Wilfredo Leon. Already aces to his name today. Finds Kurubenikov. Here's the set. That's a wild swipe from Sokolov. And the gap now down to 2 points. Here's Leon. Off the net and just long. The net taking the speed off and putting the length on that one from Wilfredo Leon. Kurubenikov scurrying to his left, watching it go wide. 14-11. The hostility of the serve there as it left Sanders' hand. Zenit Kazan closing the gap. It was 3 points at the first technical timeout. It's been as many as 4. Now it's just 2. Here's Volley-ball off the court, keeping spirits high. Volvic. Christensen with the set. Oh, it's returned off Sokolov. Booms off the chest. Chester. Oh, Mikhailov with the fault this time. And CIVITANOVA reach the second technical timeout in even more control than they were in at the first. Just as it looked like Zenit Kazan was starting to close the gap, they made a couple of unforced errors. And at the second technical timeout, CIVITANOVA leads Zenit Kazan 16 points to 12.
A battere interno per togliere Anderson dall'attacco. Se è buona aspettiamo la fight. Se è staccata attenzione dietro, vai.
Эмоции и волейбола.
Дорогие друзья, еще раз напоминаем вам по окончании матча. короткая церемония закрытия и награждения. Просим всех оставаться в зале для того, чтобы увидеть своими глазами награждение лучших волейболистов планеты.
Civitanova 16, Zenit Kazan 12. This was not in the script for the hosts. Leon receives the serve. Oh, it's another monster block! Dragan Stankovic and Mika Christiansen go up this time. Chester to serve. 17-12. Oh, Mikhailov gets back on the score sheet. Well, the gap 4 points. An important point there because it's a big enough obstacle, 4 points, but 6 would have been, well. Christiansen. Oh, the block coming up from Kazan this time. Juan Tuera off the block, wins the point. Juan Tuera been a little bit quieter than he'd have liked to have been. 17 points yesterday at 55%. 18-13. Christiansen. There's Verbov. Sander wrong-footed and Matthew Anderson wins the point, 14-18. Here is Anderson. Another service error. 19-14. Look how relaxed Mika Christiansen looks.
Substitution by Team Cucine Lube. Number 13 of Sander out. Number 9.
Yuri Kovar coming in for Taylor Sander. Here's Juan Tuera. And they exchange service errors. Yuri Kovar coming straight back out. He's been with Lube since 2011. Svetan Sokolov takes Civitanova up to 20 with an unstoppable right hand. Straight down the line. Only Wilfredo Leon going up. Did not stand the chance. There goes Leon. 16-20. Here's Maxim Mikhailov. Sander receives the serve and he'll swing on this one too, off the block, and they're up to 21. Closing in on a 2-1 lead here, Civitanova. And we wondered how they'd respond to losing that first set in the fashion they did. Incredibly well is the answer to that question. Here's Sokolov. Leon with the pass. Leon with the swing. And Juan Tuera tasting how delicious a volleyball is.
Zenit Kazan, мы верим, мы ждем.
Wilfredo Leon. A service! That's what he's capable of. That one ducked and dived on Juan Tuera.
Team Cucine Lube
As clean a strike as you'll see on a volleyball court.
Timeout команды Cucine Lube.
And Cucine Lube CIVITANOVA call the timeout. Just 3 points in it now. Zenit Kazan 18, Lube CIVITANOva 21.
Gestiamo bene quelle che invece ci arrivano al corpo, senza ruotare le spalle, teniamo staccato e gestiamo l'attacco come abbiamo fatto finora.
Very important couple of points coming up here. Zenit Kazan have not led in this third set. They were 4 points behind at the technical timeout. Wilfredo Leon serves that one. Oh, it's a second ace! 2 aces in a row for Wilfredo Leon. Oh, that was tight on the line. 2 from 2 for Wilfredo Leon here, 19-21, into the net. Oh, and the celebration from Grebenikov was as much in relief as anything. 22-19. But will those couple of aces have turned the tide for Kazan? They look a little bit short of belief. Here's Taylor Sander to take CIVITANOVA to within 2 points of a 2-1 lead. Leon, Budsko, short set. Kept up by Sander, but it won't be enough. Volvic wins the point.
Substitution by Team Zenit. Number 12. Alexander Budko out. Number 8, Nikita Alexeyev in.
Nikita Alexeyev coming in for Alexander Budko. His first season with Zenit Kazan. And Volvic to serve. Oh, no stopping that. Enrico Chester. They almost look like they're thriving on the pressure here, Lube. 23-20. Chester, after finding the floor, finds himself at the service line. That one drifts long. Kazan back in it, 21-23. Alexander Budsko. Wilfredo Leon. There goes the set to Mikhailov. Oh, it's kept alive again. Christensen with the set. Stankovic charged down this time with the reversal. Oh, what a point that is for CIVITANOVA. Sokolov finishes it in the end. The look in that man's eyes. Both teams had the opportunities, but it's set point CIVITANOVA. Oh, Sokolov, first of all to keep the ball alive, and to follow it up with a swing like that. 3 set points for the Italians for a 2-1 lead. Micah Christiansen finds Leon. Budsko. Oh, wow. Gutsalyuk, the middle, gets on the end of that one. He's been brought on again for his experience. Times that to perfection. Stankovic didn't even leave the ground.
Team Cucine Lube takes timeout 24-22. Timeout команды Cucine Lube.
Timeout called by CIVITANOVA this time. Still set point, 22-24. The business end of the third set in this Champions League final. Lube 24, Zenit 22. Anderson to stay in the set. Service in, it's an ace! Matthew Anderson keeps the third set alive. Still one set point to defend. Grebenikov found himself diving a little bit too short there, the French libero, as Anderson got one more of those to level things up. Service in. Oh, to win the set, it's still alive. Leon keeps it up, still needs returning. Grebenikov, Christensen, Stankovic claims the set point. Another huge play from the captain when it counts, and Civitanova a 2-1 ahead in the Champions League final. 25-23. Zenit Kazan left the comeback too little too late, and now they're 2-1 behind. Their dreams of 4 in a row are slipping away at the hands of Cucine Lube CIVITANOVA, who take the third set 25-23 to lead 2-1.
Into the second set. Просто команда из Zenit блок, тач, касание блока.
При этом счете, как никогда нужна поддержка трибун. Дома и стены помогают. Это Лига чемпионов. Нам нужен эйс. Final four. Готовы? 3, 2, 1. Вперед!
Cucine Lube CIVITANOVA 2, Zenit Kazan 1. And those statistics there, 3 blocks to 0. The big black wall that Lube have built has been nothing short of sensational, led by Dragan Stankovic. The Serbian captain, the Olympian, rising to the occasion here. It's been majestic from the number 7. The big news, of course, something we've not mentioned, is this will be Wilfredo Leon's final performance in the Champions League in a Zenit Kazan jersey. He's chosen not to renew his contract. He hasn't announced where he's going to go yet. And he's been in and out of this final. Certainly not had it his own way. And he's a long way away from a dream send-off here. Enrico Chester gets us back underway. Mikhailov gets blocked down. Verbov's there though. Budsko. Anderson opens the scoring for Kazan. That's the first time in the final they've got the first point of a set. It'll be Budsko to serve. Tips the top of the net. Quantarena with the pass, and Stankovic. Well. Irrepressible from the Lube captain.
Кто хочет помочь своей команде? Ассистент.
Here's Christensen to serve, 1-1. Leon. Verbov with the set. Mikhailov can only find Christensen. Too hot from Sokolov. 2-1 Civitanova.
Этот парень просит погромче, любит погорячее, и мы дадим огня! Еще!
Well, there is belief flowing through Volley Lube Civitanova. Leon, an overpass from him into the net. And these are not mistakes you see Zenit Kazan making. Artem Volvik can only watch on from the bench at the moment. Zenit Kazan slow out of the blocks. They trail 3-1. And look how much Zhenya Grebenikov's enjoying this. Micah Christensen. There's Butsko. Mikhailov just about manages to do it this time. Wasn't the cleanest of hits. There wasn't a block in place. Well, there was plenty of gap to the left of it. Anderson. Oh, again. Stankovic. That short set, even if you knew where it was going, you couldn't stop it. Too fast and too strong, the Italians. Quantarena. Into the net. 3-4. Oh, look how frustrated he is with that, ultimately, Quantarena. He's a two-time Champions League MVP. Here's Gutsaliuk. Finds Quantarena. Taylor Sander finds the floor, makes it 5-3, and made it look easy.
Если до этого мы сидели молча, самое время повлиять на игру с трибун. Давай, арена! Пошумим!
Dragan Stankovic. Can only find Anderson. Oh, Mikhailov. Off the block from Mikhailov, 4-5. Rattles the fingers of Taylor Sander on the way through. Here's Maxim Mikhailov. Catches the net tape. Oh, short set block this time. Artem Volvik. Not seen many of those in this final, and we're all square. Watch the big number 4 in the middle of the net. Chester a little bit too flat on that. Mikhailov to serve again, 5-5. Quantarena with the pass. Sander off the block. Puts Civitanova back into the lead.
Всем тяжело, друзья. На трибунах тоже непросто. Многие сорвали голоса, но продолжаем. Защита!
Sokolov. Oh, a service from Sokolov. Number 1 on number 1, and Matthew Anderson comes off second best. Civitanova 7, Zenit Kazan 5. Sokolov. Anderson waits. It'll be a nervy wait as well. And this time he makes the pass. Not the cleanest though, Leon. And Mikhailov gives away the free ball. Grebenikov, Christensen, Sander. There's going to be a second free ball in a row here. Christensen. Finished this time by Taylor Sander. And for the fourth time in 4 sets, Civitanova lead at the first technical timeout.
Ну что ж, друзья, прямо сейчас мы предлагаем вам аккомпанировать вальсу цветов.
And they are very much on top here in every facet of the game. They lead in the 4th set, a 4th set that'll win them the championship, 8 points to 5.
Когда есть стационар, агрессивнее, мужики. Потому что мы делаем все в пол-листа. Поехали, Марля, давай.
Che viene a lavorare sulla palla corta lì in mezzo, ok? Dai ragazzi, andiamo bene così, dai.
Аплодисменты сами себе, болельщики, браво, трибуны!
Техника тайм-аут, первый технический тайм-аут завершен.
Все в игру, все на поле, все в финал! Пошуми!
Here is Sokolov once again into the net. Sometimes the break just breaks the concentration. And Zenit Kazan trail 8 points to 6. Small side statistic, they've trailed 8-6 in every set so far. Here's Leon. Into the net from him. When the first one goes dead from Wilfredo Leon, it always feels like an opportunity missed for Zenit Kazan. Such is his potency from the service line. Taylor Sander. Oh. Real mishit there from the American. Almost underneath the net. Volvik. 7-9. It's Christensen. Oh, the reverse set and the massive block. It's the veteran Gutsalyuk going up. And Matthew Anderson up alongside him gets the touch. Oh, great angle from the American. 8-9. Again, the net tape's bothered. It's the reverse set off the block. Sokolov restores that 2-point advantage. Enrico Chester. Here's Anderson. Oh, straight down on Sokolov. Well, they've had a couple of exchanges, number one on number one. Little bit of revenge there from Anderson after that ace service. Straight to the chops for Sokolov as well. 9-10. Budsko. Oh, on the second ball, but the libero's wise to it. Yes, there comes Mikhailov. Sokolov becoming a target. The last few points have gone his way. First one to the face, he got a hand on that. And it's 10-10. Budsko again. Oh, into the net. Too many service errors, well, from both sides in this fourth set. Grebenikov. Multiple Best Libero awards at the world's best tournaments. Here's Leon, Budsko, Mikhailov. Oh, kept alive by Grebenikov. Here's the swing from Prantorino. Oh, short set, just poked over. Well done by Verbov. They're about to come under siege once more, and there goes Sokolov.
Да, друзья, это финал. Кто сказал, что будет очень просто? Хотя мы так думали. Но мы готовы дать бой, потому что мы играем дома. И домашний...
Substitution by team Zenit. Number 14, Alexander Vitalik out. Number 13, Alexei Samolenko in.
Samolenko back in for Kutsalyuk. Perhaps guilty of being a little bit off the pace, the Zenit number 14. Christensen to serve, his team 2 points to the good, 12-10. Verbov. Leon blocked again, and Verbov doing incredibly well to keep it alive this time. Mikhailov blocked, but Lube can't direct it back into the court. It's 11-12. But warning signs here for Zenit, if there weren't enough already. It's well watched by Budsko. Rather not have to watch them at all, though. A good hand on that by Sokolov. Anderson serves. Grebenikov. Here's Sokolov. Oh, the block coming in, and it's a big one. Samolenko, Mikhailov, and Leon all involved.
12-12. Matthew Anderson.
It was the man on the end who got hold of it, Mikhailov, and it's 12-12. Matthew Anderson. Christensen, Sokolov. Oh, he's got through again. Svetan Sokolov charging into this final. Him and Juan Torreira tend to bring success wherever they go. Both won gold in this competition with Diatec Trentino. Part of that 3-in-a-row dynasty that they had. And this is partner in crime here serving. Hey, service! Osmani Juan Torreira comes up with the goods, 14-12. Confusion in the ranks here for Zenit Kazan. Both Verbov and Anderson pulling a hand away. Opening the curtain for a Juan Torreira ace, 14-12. This time Anderson does get something on it. Leon, oh, punches that one through. Wilfredo Leon, well, he's had to huff and puff a little bit in this final, but that time just too good. Samolenko. Too much on that one. Civitanova with 3 points ahead at the first technical timeout. Kazan have closed the gap, but only by 1 point. 15-13 here is on the brink of the second technical stoppage. Oh, an overpass! Punished by Taylor Sander. And another mistake from Kazan hands the initiative to Civitanova, and they lead at the second technical timeout, 16 points to 13. And it's too early to make any kind of calls, but dare they begin to dream. Just 9 points between them and the trophy, the gold medal and the Champions League.
Чтобы нас не показали.
Давай, смелее, блядь, давай!
Да. Возможно, это их первый поцелуй.
Возможно, они не знакомы.
Не, ну вы-то знакомы. Давайте определим самый страстный поцелуй.
Then to the second technical timeout. Второй тактический тайм-аут закончен.
Пойдем целоваться! Давайте лучше пошумим!
(16-13), the captain, Dragan Stankovic, gets us back underway. Here's Leon. Finds the space this time. It's the set there from Bucko. A lot of work to do there, Wilfredo Leon. Mikhailov. Oh, he drills that one off Juan Torreina. Huge ace from Maxim Mikhailov. Taylor Sander taking that one off Juan Torreina. 15-16. Mikhailov once more. Oh, that could have been going out. Will they live to regret that? Yes, they will. Oh, no, they won't. I thought the block had come in from Zenit Kazan there. All the 50-50s going the Italians' way at the moment. Let's take another look at this. Up goes the block, but just coming down on the Zenit side of the net. Sokolov. Woodsko. Leon. Oh, he's finding his groove now. This much more like it from the two-time Champions League MVP. He's been the best outside at 3 consecutive Champions League and World Club Championships in a row. And here he is, ball in hand, serving to equalise. Into the net. Oh, that's twice in quick succession. And looking at the score, will we get the opportunity to see him serve in the Champions League in a Kazan jersey again? Taylor Sander. There's Leon. Bucko. Mikhailov hammers off the block, and the gap just 1 point again. Well, of course, sat here in the commentary position, I'm entirely I am entirely neutral. However, the fans around the world surely want a 5th set. Juan Torreina gets blocked. Bucko goes up. Look at this from the setter. Strong hands. And we're all square. Who will hold their nerve? It's a must-win set for Kazan. It's a match-winning set for Lube. Oh, the service goes long. No sooner have they got themselves into it than they relinquish the lead again. Volvic, the guilty party this time. Lube CIVITANOVA 19, Zenit Kazan 18. Chester into the net. Oh, they exchange service errors. There is Bucko, fresh off that monster block. Service is in. Juan Torreina with the pass. Stankovic off the block. CIVITANOVA back into the lead. Dragan Stankovic getting the better of Matthew Anderson. Christensen to Leon. Bucko. Mikhailov. Well, even the announcer's starting to lose his voice now. Such is the noise in here. Well, he still believes. We're going to have a momentary pause because there's a challenge coming in from Volley Lube here.
ждем, но я почему-то уверен, что сейчас все будет хорошо.
Слушай, нас скоро уже сердечко будет покалывать.
Сердечко будет. Трибуны, вы живы?
Да, друзья.
Oh, I don't believe my eyes. Gianpaolo Medi is sat down. Maybe a little bit more relaxed. There is confirmation of the net touch. All the way down the torso on that bottom part of the net. And a wink from Alenko.
Запрос команды не был удовлетворен.
Anderson finds Grebenikov. Oh, Dragan blocked on this occasion. Sokolov hits that one wide. Oh, but it's got a touch on it. And Civitanova back into the lead.
Никак не сдаются, а? Что же делать? Я вам скажу. Продолжать давление. Шуми! Еще мощнее! И еще чуть-чуть!
Civitanova 4 points away from a famous victory. But Osmani Juantorena is going to have to wait to serve the ball. Zenit Kazan have called for the timeout. They trail by 2 sets to 1 and by 21 points to 20.
Голоса трибун хотим услышать!
Громче! Громче!
Простые слова! Армия болельщиков! Так держать!
We are entering the final phases of the 4th set. Volleyball Lube CIVITANOVA 21-20 and 2 sets to 1 to the good. Osmani Juantorena to serve. The pass from Anderson to Leon. Into the net and kept alive. The captain returns it. Opportunity now for Kazan. Punched home by Wilfredo Leon. And it's 21-21. Cometh the hour.
Return substitution by team Cucine Lube.
21-21. We've had 2 close sets and 1 not so close in this final. Oh, it's an ace! It's an ace service off the net! Alexei Samoyenko gets all the luck in the world, but it's put Zenit Kazan into the lead. That one clattered into the net. Grebenikov desperately dived forward, but Zenit Kazan with their noses in front, 22-21, and Civitanova this time call the timeout.
А сейчас все очень-очень просто. Заряжаем. Казанский Зенит. Готовы?
Ricordiamoci, grande di dare altezza la flotta. Solo questo, dai che il cambio palla nostra tiene, dai ragazzi. Avanti, vai!
We talk about small margins and momentum shifts all of the time. And that service from Alexei Samoyenko that clatters into the net and drops the Civitanova side. Well, could that be a seismic shift? 22-21. Samoyenko to serve again. Grebenikov. Christensen. Oh, this time the luck goes Lube's way. Taylor Sander off the block and it's 22-22. Just rolling that one off Maxim Mikhailov. The captain, Dragan Stankovic. Budsko. Reverse set this time. Advantage. Kazan. Mikhailov with the winning shot. 23-22. Nikita Alexiev coming on. He's going to add a little bit of height at the net. 205 centimeters compared to Alexander Butsko's 198. And another timeout called. Goodness me, this is tense. You can almost feel the atmosphere change in the arena. Lube, 1 point behind, but only 3 points away from the championship. Well, no prizes for guessing who the majority of this crowd is supporting. Kazan chasing history, but the clock could be about to be reset. There's Alexiev. Maxim Mikhailov waits. 23-22. Oh, it's a big serve on Taylor Sander. That goes Sander though, off the block. Verbov, Leon gets blocked down, and it goes Kazan's way. It's set point. Set point, Zenit Kazan. Lube led at the first technical timeout. They led at the second technical timeout. But now they're on the brink of leveling up this classic final. 24-22. Service goes long, set point saved. Zenit make a substitution. Alexiev coming back off, bringing Alexander Butko back on. Sokolov serving to stay in the set.
Да, видеоповтор, вот мне отсюда показалось, что была площадка. Нет, чуть-чуть.
Well, they're challenging that one. Pretty obvious to the naked eye. Alas, a throw of the dice. Butko back on, Alexiev back off. Second set point, Sokolov trying to save it. Is there another twist in this fourth set? That's a good serve. Verbov keeps it alive. Leon gets blocked, and we're all square. And who else but Wilfredo Leon? His final Champions League performance in a Zenit Kazan jersey. His fourth set, the best of all of them. They've taken the fourth set. By the score they lost the third set to, and it is a race to 15. It is a Champions League classic, and you do not want to miss this fifth set. Cucine Lube CIVITANOVA 2, Zenit Kazan 2. It's going to the wire.
Ну давай я возьму повыше ярус.
Хорошо. Нижний против верхнего. Готовы? Сейчас максимально много шума дает нижний ярус. Не беги, без
Стены дрожат!
Запрос команды.
Взорвемся эмоциями. 5, 4,
Cucine Lube CIVITANOVA 2, Zenit Kazan 2. And that's what's changed from the fourth set. 4 blocks from Kazan, 0 from CIVITANOVA. Almost an exact reversal of what we had in the third. And Zenit Kazan, well, anything can happen in a race to 15, but they really have pulled this one out of the fire. They took the first set 29-27, the hosts, and were outclassed in the second. They lost that 25-18. Lube were in control for long periods of the third set too, but only just got home 25-23. Likewise, as tight as it could have been in the fourth, Zenit taking it 25-22. Sorry, 25-23, should I say. The score's still up there. Oh, there's a real mix in the audience. Some people still enjoying the ride with smiles on the faces. And that, the Wilfredo Leon fan club. His daughter's first birthday today. He announced ahead of the final that this would be his last Champions League game in a Zenit Kazan jersey. We don't know where he's going yet, but Zenit's loss is somebody else's game. Still so much to offer from Wilfredo Leon. Osmani Quantarena. This will be his 7th Champions League medal. He'd love it to be a 3rd gold. Stick with us afterwards as well. After a short break in proceedings, we'll be bringing you the presentations as well as the dream team. Oh, how can you possibly pick a dream team? Budzko gets us underway. It's a race to 15. Who'll take control and who'll take the trophy? First point goes to CIVITANOVA. 4 of the 5 sets they've opened the scoring. Well, hopefully you joined us for the bronze medal match earlier. Perugia spent so much time with their back against the ropes, but dominated the 5th set. And as a result, will leave with bronze medals around their necks. Leon receives. Budzko. Matthew Anderson off the block to level things. Anderson serves. Grebenikov. Here's Swantarena, gets blocked. But they can't kill it. Oh, it can this time. And that is absolutely enormous. Zenit Kazan take the narrowest of leads. Alexei Samoyenko high at the net. And if CIVITANOVA are going to win this, Zenit Kazan are going to make them work for it. Kazan 2, CIVITANOVA 1. Anderson. Oh, look at that from Verbov. Finds Grebenikov, his opposite. Oh, does the work again, Verbov. Oh, and it's finished by Leon, but he's hit it wide. Oh, an uncharacteristic error. I say uncharacteristic. He's made more than we're used to in this final alone. Alexei Verbov twice in that set. 2 sets all, 2 points all. Christiansen to serve. Verbov again having a dive for that. Leon with the swing over the block. And there's a touch on that. The Italian supporters didn't like it. Let's have a look. Well, if there was a touch off Sokolov, it was the faintest of ones. And Lube, again a challenger. Sokolov the man. 20 points for him yesterday. He was the top scorer for Volley Lube. Gianpaolo Medi back up out of his seat. Well, no block touch. It's a successful challenge for Volley Lube, and it's 2 mistakes in a row for Wilfredo Leon. The man who hit the point to level things at 2 sets apiece has gifted his opponents 2. There he is with the pass. Budsko. Here is Leon again. Straight on Grebenikov. Christensen. Oh, a big block coming in, but again it's dropped the wrong side of the line for Kazan. And Lube open up a 2-point lead. Oh, dare I say it, the Italians almost targeting Wilfredo Leon. Sokolov wins the point. Civitanova 4, Zenit Kazan 2. Oh, Mikhailov blocked down. Juan Torreira and Stankovic.
Team Zenit takes timeout. 2-5 timeout команды Zenit.
Just let it go, let it go.
Дамы и господа, пришел момент доказать еще раз.
Zenit Kazan called the timeout, and no surprise, they're 3 points behind in the 15-point breaker. Vladimir Olenka has been there, he's seen it, he's done it. He oversaw one of the most incredible comebacks of all time when Russia defended championship points against Brazil at the London Olympics in 2012. Verbov. Mikhailov closes the gap to 2 points. Here's Samoyenko. Got that ace off the net tape in the last set, remember? Grebenikov receives. Reverse set. Big touch on that, and it's a 3-point gap again. 6-3. Juan Torreira. Here's Budko with the set, picks out Leon. Too hot for Grebenikov this time. Maxim Mikhailov. Straight on Juan Torreira, that one. Only half blocked. Christensen with the set. 2 blocks in a row there for Kazan. And now they have the advantage. Budko to Leon. 2 points in a row for the number 9. He keeps on swinging, and the gap now just 1. Kazan 5, Civitanova 6. Stankovic not able to catch hold of either of those, but Wilfredo Leon, beautiful angle. And the difference of 2 reactions. (5-6). Mikhailov into the net. Not the time for a service error. Stankovic. There's Budko to Leon. Off the block, and Stankovic passes into the net. Swatted by Taylor Sander. Too much on that one. 6-7.
На подаче Wilfredo Leon.
6-7. Давайте догоним.
Wilfredo Leon booms that one to Grebenikov. Up goes Sander. On the first ball, Leon has to dive to his left to keep it alive. Anderson. Oh, off the block there from Butko himself. Rises high at the net. Sander. Oh, punishes that one. And at the change of ends, Civitanova will have the lead. They have led at the 8-point mark in all 5 of the sets. Volley Lube CIVITANOVA 8, Zenit Kazan 6. It's a race to 15 for the Champions League. Svetan Sokolov. On the reverse set, Juan Torreina keeps it up. Massive reverse and a huge swing from Sokolov. It's a 3-point gap. And a deathly hush falls over the hall here in Kazan. Civitanova on the brink. But Sokolov serves long. Amazing how quickly this game can turn around. Kazan 2 points behind. Artem Volvic to serve for the defending champions. Could this one be slipping away? Christiansen off the block from Chester. Too fast, too quick. Samoyenko got a good hand to that, but not high enough, fast enough. Taylor Sander. Anderson can only find Grebenikov. Juan Torreina swings from behind him and Verbov with the pass. It's a battle at the net. Verbov has to be there again. Anderson, second swing at it. And it's long. Oh, it's a 4-point gap. Civitanova in their own backyard. Kazan appealing for a block touch, I believe. Are they clutching at straws? Well, this is absolutely enormous. Is there a touch on this? Not from here. No touch. The point goes to the Italians. It is 11-7. And Zenit Kazan need a miracle. Vladimir Olenko, not used to tasting defeat at any level. Taylor Sander. Oh, well kept up. But well blocked. Matthew Anderson has not given up hope. Juan Torreina swinging a long way away from the net. Chester did so well to keep it alive. A 4-point gap becomes a 3-point gap. Here's Butsko. Service goes long. Straight away, I think he wants to challenge it. We'll get a look at this at full pace. It was close to the line. So again, this challenge, the difference between a 2-point gap and a 4-point gap. They've called it in. It's an ace service. And the basket hall Kazan erupts. Alexander Butsko serves an ace. (9-11). Butsko to Grebenikov. Juan Sorena. Oh, how's he kept that in? Big mistake from Leon. Juan Sorena loses the battle at the net, and Kazan back to within one. Oh, it looked like it could have been over when Leon kept that ball alive. There he is, behind the line. All he had to do was leave it. Juan Sorena loses the battle at the net. Mikhailov gets the better of him. And it is a 1-point ball game. Timeout called by Civitanova.
А сейчас трибуны, заряжай волну! 3, 2, 1! Давай, 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 давай!
Даже без музыки это можно делать. Громко кричи!
3 points in a row for Zenit Kazan. There's the trophy. Which captain will get their hands on it first? Butsko. Straight on Sander, that one. Swing from deep. This time Leon retrieves it and comes from backcourt off the block, and it's all square. It is all square. Wilfredo Leon makes it Kazan 11, Civitanova 11. They were down and out at 11-7. Well, how valuable was that service challenge from the captain? The ball was called out. The league trophy was disappearing, but now it's anyone's ball game. Sokolov off the block, puts Civitanova back into the ascendancy. Stankovic back into the game as well. Samoyenko got a right hand to that. Sokolov, some swing on him. Here's Enrico Chester, his team 3 points away from lifting the trophy. Leon with the pass. Swing from Mikhailov, and we're all square again. This one is going to the wire. Maxim Mikhailov levels things up. Micah Christiansen got a hand to it, but it wasn't enough. Anderson gets the serve in. Juan Toreno will pass and hit. Oh, Verbov, superb. Mikhailov blocked. Wilfredo Leon blocked high. Grebenikov for Sokolov to swing at it. It's long, and Kazan lead. Zenit Kazan 13, Lube Civitanova 12. And once again we're going to the eye in the sky. Alexei Verbov. What a time to come up with the goods. Sokolov thinks there's a touch on that. Maybe Samoyenko's the guilty party. Artem Volvic doesn't think so. Well, the fifth set changed on a challenge from Butsko. Is there a block touch here? Yes, there is! Yes, there is. Just as we thought Kazan had taken the lead, Civitanova with a successful challenge. And they have the ascendancy. Who will blink first? Micah Christiansen to serve. Civitanova 13, Kazan 12. Leon. Oh, who else? Who else? Wilfredo Leon levels things at 13-13. This is a Champions League classic, no matter what happens. This has been a truly remarkable volleyball match. Alexei Samoyenko. There's the set. Sokolov off the block. Oh, it's match point. Civitanova on the brink. Zenit Kazan have pulled it from the fire once. Can they do it again?
Number 3 out. Number 9.
Svetan Sokolov in search of a third Champions League gold medal. A first with Civitanova, and they're 1 point away. And Juan Terena serves for the championship. Verbov, Leon keeps them alive. Wilfredo Leon makes it 14 all. He's been the go-to man for the last 2 points. Such is the faith they have in their number 9. Got blocked out of the game in the opening exchanges, but he's grown and grown into this final. Maxim Mikhailov. Christiansen. Taylor Sander. That gets a touch. No, it doesn't. Oh, wow, it's championship point, Zenit Kazan. They're 1 point away from 4 in a row. And Basket Hall Kazan rises to its feet. Taylor Sander thought there was a touch on that one, but it went straight through the gap. Well, the challenge is in progress. I knew it wouldn't have been that simple. Taylor Sander hit the ball. It looked at full speed to go straight through the gap. And all they can do is wait for the decision. Drama down to the very last throws of this incredible Champions League final. How they can remain that cool, I have got no idea. Zenit Kazan have defended 1 championship point. And this one seems to be taking an incredibly long time. Maybe a little bit of time to catch your breath, because I feel as though there is still a twist in this one. Will it be a fairy tale for Zenit Kazan, a fairy tale for Wilfredo Leon, or will Volley Lube end the season with the biggest trophy of them all? They've missed out to Zenit Kazan in the World Club Championship final. What fitting revenge this would be. Spent so long this season in Perugia's shadow. The silver medal they've already guaranteed is better than the 2 bronzes they've got in the previous seasons. But it will be heartbreak for whoever walks away as runners-up here in Kazan. Davide Candelaro, 29-year-old middle blocker, not had any court time in this finals weekend. Vladimir Olenko with his hands joined together, dare I say it, in prayer. Well, the temperature and the tension are rising. No block touch. It's championship point to Zenit Kazan. Oh, they took their time. They looked at it at every pace and every angle. Having defended one championship point, Zenit Kazan have one of their own, but they'll have to wait till after the timeout. Gianpaolo Medi calls the timeout.
Continuiamo a andare così, gestiamo bene la ricezione se spinge, occhio al nastro e continuiamo a lavorare alto. Vai ragazzi!
Узнаем, кто же был лучшим игроком финала.
Civitanova have been on top for so much of this final, but do they have an answer to the biggest question they've been asked? Zenit Kazan serving for the championship through Maxim Mikhailov. They've been championship point down. Here he goes, swings a big right-handed it into the net. Draws his hands to his face in disbelief. Both teams have now defended a championship point. Dragan Stankovic, what a final he's had. Floats that one. In goes the set. Leon gets blocked, but it drops wide. Second championship point. Oh, Sokolov believed for a second. Wilfredo Leon, 3 essential points to the Zenit Kazan cause. And here he is, serving for the championship. Is there one last bit of magic in that wand of a right hand? Yes, there is! Wilfredo Leon, with his final action in a Zenit Kazan jersey, has served an ace to win the Champions League for a record 4th time. Kazan keep the crown. Well, it was challenged. It is bang on the line. And it is the perfect end to a perfect career for Wilfredo Leon. Zenit Kazan sit atop the European throne once more, but never has it been challenged quite like it was this evening by Cucine Lube CIVITANOVA. 29-27, 18-25, 23-25, 25-23, 17-15. One of the all-time great volleyball matches, let alone in this competition. And if you believe in sporting fairy tales, then that man has been a part of an enormous one. Who knows what the next adventure is for him, but he will go down in Zenit Kazan legend for so many reasons. Well, Civitanova, they shake hands at the net. I think in years to come they'll realise that they played their part in a classic here, but that'll hurt right now. They were on the brink. They were 2-1 up. They dominated the second against Zenit on their home patch, 25-18.
Ladies and gentlemen,
they had a championship point. But winning is a habit, and it's a difficult one to get out of. Vladimir Alenka has masterminded another famous victory for Zenit Kazan. They've beaten Trentino's record. It's 4 titles in 4 years. And look how much it means. And who can stop them? Volley Lube Civitanova played at their very limit today. It was nigh on perfect. And Zenit celebrate with the fans.
President Mr. Alexander Boricic presents the winner cup.
Do stick with us. We'll be presenting the trophy very soon, but we'll be back after a short break to present the Dream Team and the medals. Join us to celebrate what's been a truly remarkable weekend and the performance of all performances to win it. And Wilfredo Leon. Well, it was written for him, wasn't it? And there goes the captain, Alexander Butko, the setter, the heart of everything. Alexander Boricic presents him with the trophy, and for a record 4th time in a row, your European champions are Zenit Kazan. An unstoppable force, a powerhouse of domestic, European and world volleyball. Everything they touch turns to victory. Huge congratulations to Zenit Kazan. Let's take a look at some of the highlights of how they won the championship.
Team Zenit takes timeout. 2-5 timeout команды Zenit.
Назад нет, только вперед, только с командой. Александр Бутко, наш капитан.
Non cominciamo a cambiare le cose,
Leon wins it. His final Champions League performance for this phenomenal team. They'll miss him, and I'm sure he'll miss them as well. Join us after the break to meet the Dream Team, to celebrate with the victors after what's been an incredible match. Zenit Kazan defeat Cucine Lube CIVITANOVA 3-2. It had brilliance, it had majesty, it had its fair share of errors, but boy oh boy did it have drama. Volley Lube go one better than they did last year, but this one will probably hurt even more. They're the silver medalists. Victory goes to Zenit Kazan. Once again, they are the European champions. Join us for the presentations. Perugia picking up bronze medal. God, that was an incredible match too. Seems like an eternity ago. After that 5-set thriller, 2 phenomenal adverts for the top level of European volleyball. Once again, the CEV Champions League delivers. Thank you so much for joining us, and join us after the break for the presentations.
Гостеприимная, солнечная красавица Казань благодарит болельщиков, которые проделали столь длинный путь и со всей страны приехали. Мы увидели даже крымчан сегодня. Якутск. География поражает. Владивосток, Германия. Все приехали поболеть за казанский «Зенит», и мы остаемся в зале как одна большая волейбольная семья. Действительно, здесь бьется волейбольное сердце Европы. 1-2. Персидские ковры для призеров и победителей. Как видите, все по-серьезному. Трофей! Ну а за сценой уже в предвкушении и волнении Dream Team финала 4. И вы будете первыми, кто узнает их имена.
But life still goes on. I can't get used to living without you by my side. I don't want to live alone. Hey, God knows, got to make it on my own. So baby, can't you see?
Последнее приготовление, друзья. Уже участники церемонии. Наградная группа. Наши VIP-гости на паркете. А значит, скоро все начнется. The awarding and closing ceremony of the 2018 CV Champions League Final Four. Дорогие гости, мы готовы к церемонии награждения финала 4 Лиги Чемпионов CV 2018.
Welcome back to the Basket Hall, Kazan. It's time to draw the curtain down on what's been a quite simply breathtaking weekend of CV Volleyball Champions League finals. It's now time to award the Dream Team. The individual awards for the starting 6 and libero of the tournament. And the first into the team is Osmani Juantorena. The number 5 from Civitanova adds to his incredible collection of medals. This is his 7th Champions League medal, albeit failing to add to the 2 gold that he won with Diatec Trentino. He's been MVP in this competition twice. A huge asset to Lube Civitanova.
Osmani Juantorena.
Osmani Juantorena collects his plate for the best outside hitter in this season's Champions League. Diatec Trentino, Halbanca Ankara and Lube, he's helped them all to medals at this top level. And once again, he's helped himself to an individual award.
Presented by Mr. Jupa Alberta, CEV Sports
So the second outside hitter who will be joining Juantorena.
Wilfredo Leon, number 9.
Oh, of course it is. Wilfredo Leon. He's been the best outside in 2015, 2016, 2017 and 2018. 4 individual awards in a row. 4 gold medals in a row. And he's in the golden jersey to celebrate. Truly, truly one of the greatest of all time. Wins the championship for his team by serving an ace. After what wasn't necessarily his best performance at the beginning of the match, but cometh the hour, cometh the man. And that's something that separates the greats from the goods. Bittersweet symphony, that's pretty apt. Congratulations, Wilfredo Leon. So we move on to middle blockers.
Presented by Mr. Michael Everard, CV Board of Administration member.
There'll be 2 of these awarded.
Of Dream Team, Marco Podrascanin.
And the first goes to Marco Podrascanin from Perugia. The 2nd year in a row he's got this award. There's a real force wearing 18 in that Perugia jersey. It was his 2nd bronze medal. Got the first with Lube in 14-15, silver with Perugia last year.
Marco Podrascanin.
And the 2nd year in a row, he is the best middle blocker in the Champions League. Incredible work in attack and defence from the number 18 has earned him that spot. Stiff competition as well, the quality incredibly high.
Middle blocker of Dream Team.
The 2nd middle blocker.
Mr. Goran Vujovic.
Well, this could quite literally be anyone's. The middle blockers have been absolutely outstanding this weekend.
Блокирующий команды мечты. Dragan Stankovic.
Oh, Dragan Stankovic, and well deserved too. Stankovic almost stole the show in the final. The captain of Volley Lube, with an absolutely gargantuan performance in that final. If they had have won it, it would have been hugely down to his contribution. Some enormous blocks on the likes of Wilfredo Leon and Maxim Mikhailov. Rightfully takes his place amongst the top 7 players in this tournament. Dragan Stankovic, best middle blocker alongside Marco Podrascanin. So we move on to the opposites. Well, another hotly contested category.
Opposite hitter.
Stankovic embraced onto the podium by his teammate.
CV Sports Ambassador. Svetan Sokolov, Cucine Lube CIVITANOVA.
Oh, Svetan Sokolov, another talisman of that Lube team. Fairly morose look on his face.
Opposite hitter of a Dream Team.
I think Lube will feel that this is one that got away. But But Svetan Sokolov left absolutely nothing on the court.
Друзья, ну что за тишина? Это, между прочим, команда мечты.
It's the best opposite in last year's Champions League and in the 2013 World Championships for Bulgaria. Leaves an impact wherever he goes, Svetan Sokolov. And rightfully becomes the third Volley Lube player to make his way into the starting six, the dream team. 20 points in the semi-final at 54% for the Bulgarian.
And next nomination.
Just the setter, the libero, and the MVP to go.
Presented by Mr. Gudmundur Helgi Torstensson, CEV Board of Administration member. Setter of the dream team, Alexander Butko.
Oh, Alexander Butko, the Zenit Kazan setter,
Выбран в символическую сборную.
brings the spectators to their feet once more.
Александр Бутко, капитан казанского «Зенита».
Well, you talk about the attacking prowess that Zenit Kazan have, the likes of Mikhailov and Leon, Volvic, Anderson. They're nothing without a good setter, and that is exactly what that man is. Signed for Zenit in 2016. Won the Champions League with two clubs, Lokomotiv Novobirsik in 13-14 as well. His best setter at the World Club Championships in 2017. He's won absolutely everything there is to win in the game, and now, once again, he joins a dream team. The best setter in the Champions League is Alexander Butko. Well, that's the starting six.
And now we will know
who's the libero
of a dream team. Libero presented by Mr. Banokan Shurman, CV Vice President. The libero of the dream team, Zhenya Gribennikov, Cucine Lube
Oh, Gribennikov, the best libero. Second year in a row, he also snaffled best libero at the World Club Championships as well. A special, special player, the 27-year-old Frenchman. Makes a huge impact with the national team as well, a whole host of medals with them. Was best libero in the World League in 2016. He's been with Civitanova since 2015. What a talent. Electrifying around the court, saves points he has no right to. And now Zhenya Gribennikov once again is the best libero in the Champions League. Well, one award to go. It's the main one, it's the big one, it's the most valuable player.
Ceremony, we will present the most valuable player award.
Will it go to one of the starting six or a fresh face altogether?
President of CV, Alexander Boricic.
President of the CEV, Alexander Boricic, to present this award.
Maxim Mikhailov.
Oh, Maxim Mikhailov! An absolute phenomenon is Maxim Mikhailov. 3 times Champions League best scorer, 4 times Champions League best opposite. And this is his 25th individual honour since winning best server at the Under-21 World Championships in 2007, sorry. Maxim Mikhailov, Champions League most valuable player for the 2nd year in a row. He had to dig deep along with the rest of his teammates to take home that gold medal. And now he gets the biggest individual honour, an embrace there from Wilfredo Leon. He takes his place in the middle. And there we have it, 8 of the finest volleyball players on planet Earth. And huge congratulations to all of them. All of those awards deserve to take pride of place. It's a team sport, probably above any other team sport. because if you're a weak link, you'll be targeted. However, there's still room for individual performances, and those 8 have been spectacular this weekend.
For the 2018 CV Champions League Final 4 in Kazan. Дамы и господа, мы начинаем церемонию награждения медалистов финала 4 Лиги Чемпионов.
Those are the individual gongs awarded. Stay with us as we'll be bringing you bronze, silver and gold medal presentation, as well as the trophy lift. Perugia will be the first onto the podium. Second consecutive Final Four for Perugia, second consecutive medal.
The second place team, and
I mean, they probably never admit this, but maybe bronze medal was their target going into this weekend, knowing that they had to face Zenit in the semi-finals.
Lube CIVITANOVA. Второе место и серебряные медали завоевала
Lube CIVITANOVA. As I mentioned in the match, hopefully in time they'll get over the heartbreak and realise that this was probably the all-time great Champions League final.
Zenit Kazan.
And the record-breaking dynasty continues. In front of a home crowd, Zenit Kazan win a 6th Champions League, a 4th in succession. And if you didn't believe that Russia were the dominant force in European volleyball, a 7th consecutive Champions League won by a Russian team. And these, the best of the bunch. You look past at some results, it's like they find it easy. 3-0 victories for fun, but today was a test. They had to defend the championship point. They were completely outclassed in the second set. In fact, they were outclassed for much of the third and fourth, but found a way to win it. And their big players rose to the occasion. Kazan have been a wonderful host. They've really embraced this occasion. In full houses. And outside the stadium as well. One of the celebrations that have been going on. The capital of Tatarstan. The cultural festivals, the food festivals have given a very, very warm welcome to the spectators too. Zaks are the team to miss out on a medal. Difficult one for them. Again, they'll feel as though the bronze medal escaped their grasp. They certainly had the chance to win it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the bronze medals of the 2018 CV Champions League Final 4 will be presented by Mr. Volleyball Hollanda, CV Vice President, Mr. Vladimir Leonov, Minister of the Youth Affairs and Sports of the Republic of Tatarstan, and Mr. Valentin Zhukov, Honorary President of the Russian Volleyball Federation. Дорогие болельщики, награждение бронзовых призеров проводят вице-президент CV Volleyball Hollanda.
Well, the pomp and ceremony, the atmosphere here, absolutely fantastic. The stadium's still full for these presentations. And look at that. Pleased with a bronze medal. Pleased to stamp their authority on the European scale. Sirsicoma Colusi Perugia, European bronze medalists. The Block Devils took 5 sets to get there. But got there they did. The second year in quick succession that Zenit were once again their masters at the European level. Luciano Di Cecco, the first to get his medal. He was the best setter of the championships last year, missed out on this occasion. James Shaw, limited court time, but really did make an impact, had one massive block. Alexander Berger played a similar role. And this is a team going from strength to strength. They've gone from national runners-up to national champions this season. That's a huge step. Of course, securing their second European medal in a row, Simone Anzani. He played a massive part in securing that bronze medal. Right on the end, Marco Podrashanin. Dream team once again. What a vital part to this Perugian machine he is. Atanasjevic, top scorer in the competition for them, and Ivan Zaitsev has another medal to add to his bulging collection. Lorenzo Bernardi, well, he was expected to make an impact as a coach, certainly made one as a player. And he has a European bronze medal. Great end to the weekend for Perugia. They'd have been disappointed with their showing against Zenit. However, monumental character to overcome Zaksa and secure that third prize. Third place and the bronze medal is going back to Italy in the hands of Sirsicoma Colusi Perugia. The Block Devils leave with a European prize once again.
Ladies and gentlemen, the silver medals of the 2018
James Shaw checking his reflection. It looks good, pal, don't worry.
Margaret Ann Fleming, CV Vice President.
Oh, Margaret Ann Fleming there, CV Vice President. Bigwig with Scottish Volleyball. Scottish Volleyball, of course, doing well on the beach, getting to the quarterfinals in the Commonwealth Games. And for those of you that have never been, there aren't many beach volleyball conditions in Scotland.
На пьедестал приглашаются Cucine Lube CIVITANOVA.
Lube CIVITANOVA. Well, runners-up tags are something they're going to have to get used to because it's happened a lot this season. Runners-up in the World Club Championship, runners-up in the Italian Championship, runners-up in the Italian Cup, and runners-up here in the Champions League. But after watching their performance, it's so difficult to put a negative spin on that. You could see the emotion there from Juan Torreira. But that man, Stankovic, can hold his head high, as can Sokolov. Thought for a second that medal was going to come straight off, but it belongs to stay there, as it does with Micah Christiansen, because this is a talented group of players. And on another day, they leave with the gold. Andrea Marchisio awaits his silver medal. This is Yanikova.
Cucine Lube CIVITANOVA, Italy.
Mixed emotions for Lube. The second best team in Europe, and a little bit of confusion about who's getting what medals. Margaret Ann Fleming presenting Alberto Casadei there. Enrico Chester. Boy oh boy did he provide the crowd with some stuff to cheer about. Davide Candellara on the end. Last to get his medal from the playing side is Gobenikov. And Gianpaolo Mede. His heart belongs with this club, from youth coach to first team coach. Their wait for gold will continue. 16 years and counting, but I've no doubt they'll be back. Cucine Lube CIVITANOVA, second place, a silver medal, but a massive part in a classic final. Just one presentation remains. The gold medalists in the gold jerseys.
The golden medals of the 2018 CV Champions League Final 4 will be presented by Maris Pekalis, CV Vice President, and Asgat Safarov, Chief of Staff of the President of the Republic Tatarstan. Дорогие болельщики, золотые медали вручают. Вице-президент CIV Марис Пикалис и руководитель аппарата президента Республики Татарстан Азгат Ахметович Сафаров. На пьедестал приглашается команда Zenit Kazan.
Where do you start with this team? Zenit Kazan. 4 Champions Leagues in a row. They've broken the record on home soil. It's fairy tale stuff, it really is. And never ever have they had to work harder for it. Alexander Butko, the first to get that sweet gold medal around his neck. Matthew Anderson, the American. They're just serial winners from start to finish. Whether it's at home in Russia, here in Europe, or on the world scale, they'll get to defend their World Club Championship as well. They won that for the first time in 2017. Will they be able to have a dominant dynasty at that level as they do at this? Alexander Gutsaliek becomes the first player to win 5 Champions Leagues. Nikita Alexiev receives his gold medal, as does Wilfredo Leon. Wins the championship with an ace service. With so much time left in his career, could he go down as one of the greatest of all time? Tell you who can is that man, Vladimir Olenka. However big his trophy cabinet is, it's not big enough. Wilfredo Leon, it's also his daughter's first birthday today. As perfect days go, I don't think they get a lot better than this. Just the trophy presentation to go. The individual awards done, the medals around the necks.
And now,
Zenit Kazan
CIV trophy presented by
will have the trophy presented to the captain by the president of the CIV, Alexander Boricic.
Главный трофей сезона вручает президент Европейской конфедерации волейбола Александр Боричич.
The anticipation. Alexander Butko. All hail the kings of Europe. Kazan have the crown once more. The air thick with golden ticker tape, gold medals, a golden team and a golden generation. We've witnessed something truly special, truly remarkable. And who knows how long it can continue for. Vladimir Olenka masterminds another European championship for Zenit Kazan. They've gone past Trentino Diatek. 3 in a row becomes 4 in a row. And drink this in, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of the all-time great dynasties across all sports.
Прямо сейчас, ребята, сойдите с пьедестала ненадолго, пожалуйста.
And what next for that man? Wilfredo Leon, a perennial winner, a perennial dream team man. He's been the go-to guy. How does Zenit Kazan replace a talent like that? Well, there's a man who can fill the void, Mikhailov. Zenit Kazan, 3-0 victors over Perugia in the semi. They beat the 3rd Italian team in 3 years to lift that trophy. And that man, Vladimir Olenka. Talk about all-time great players, but he is an all-time great coach. And boy, oh boy, was today a challenge. Bronze and silver go back to Italy, but gold and the trophy remain in Russia. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being on the journey for something truly special. You run out of superlatives for victories like this. Zenit Kazan remain on the throne. They keep the crown. They are the kings of Europe.
Давайте вместе назовем его фамилию. Wilfredo Leon.
And the crowd, the Zenit Kazan fans, raise to their feet one more time, raise their voices and raise the roof of Wilfredo Leon. A fitting send-off. He says he leaves with so many friends from Zenit Kazan in his official statement, but he'll leave with a heavy heart as well. Well, make sure you join us next season for his adventure and to see where the Zenit Kazan adventure goes. Could they make it 5? Surely not, but who'll stop them? That gleaming trophy with the great big ears stays in Russia, where they'll feel it belongs. Could an Italian team topple them? Congratulations, Kazan. The Kings keep their crown. And that is all from us here at the Basket Hall Kazan. The tears will fall, and I'm sure the party will continue. Let's take a look at some of the highlights of a brilliant weekend, of an unforgettable weekend.
Non cominciamo a cambiare le cose,
Молодцы! Молодцы!
Возвращается, присоединяется к команде, чтобы порадоваться вместе с нами, со всеми.
And that draws the curtain down on an incredible weekend. Perugia prevail, Lube lose out, and Kazan kings again. From all of us here, goodbye.
Первая годовщина. Лео, мы хотим вручить тебе памятный кубок о славных временах, которые мы провели вместе. Для вручения кубка приглашается президент Казанского...